In this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process on how to change the rear shocks on this Chrysler 200. Now this is a 2013. They're all basically the same from 2011 to 2014. Even the newer ones than that, it's going to be basically the same process. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we need to do, open up the trunk, and you're going to remove any trunk mat or anything that's inside the trunk area. And then go ahead and remove this bottom. And now the shock bolts are going to be right behind here, so we need to go ahead and remove this carpet here. And there's a couple push fasteners along the side we need to remove, so we can remove this side piece. So we got a couple of these push fasteners. There's one here, one here. Use one of these removal tools. You just get underneath, pop that straight out. Same thing with this one. Now we can remove this. And now with all that carpet out of the way, you can see the one shock bolt right there, and the other one is on the other side. We need a 15mm deep well socket. And all I'm going to do is just break the two nuts loose. And then we're going to go jack up the car and remove the shock from the bottom. I'm starting on the driver's side. It really doesn't matter what side you want to start on. But I've got the car up in the air on jack stands. And then we're going to go ahead and remove this rear wheel. So I've already broke loose the lug nuts. I just need to spin them off. Wheel is off. You can clearly see the shock assembly. And we have one bolt down here at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and put some PB Blaster on there and let that soak for about 20 minutes. While the PB Blaster is soaking on those threads, you're going to want to use either a bottle jack or a floor jack. You just want to put it right underneath here, and you just want to touch it. All right, after that rust penetrate soak for about 20 minutes, you need an 18mm socket, and we'll go ahead and spin this nut off. I'll come back up to the trunk area and take those two nuts completely off. Right now back down here at the shock mount area, just go ahead and take a hammer and we're just going to tap that bolt out. Now once you have the bolt out, you can lower your jack, and that's going to allow this to move up and down, and then you're going to push down and then you'll be able to slide the shock out. So now we're ready to put our new shock assembly on. But you may wonder, does it matter how it goes on? Yes, it does. If you look at the top, you see how this comes to a point, and you see how this side is rounded. This rounded side goes towards the car. The pointed side goes out. So when you're installing this, you should be looking at the pointed side. You don't want to install it this way. That would be wrong. So it's going on like this. Pointed side, you should be looking at it. All right, so to install this, we're just going to slide the shock through that hole. And then we're going to have to push down again to miss this stud right here and get up inside there. Now I've got it pretty well lined up. I just need to push it up through there. And an easy way to do that is using the floor jack. As you can see, it's resting on right there. So I just need to pump up the jack a little bit, get those studs through there, and then I can go back into the trunk to get the nuts put on. Now we need to come into the trunk area, put the two nuts on. Now before you do that, put a little bit of Loctite 242 blue thread locker on there. And then we're just going to tighten these up snug. We need to line up that bottom bolt. You can just put a crowbar in here like this, come across the top of this knuckle. All you gotta do is push down, really easy, and then go ahead and once you see the holes line up, insert your bolt. All right, it's pretty easy to push the bolt through that way using the crowbar. I put some Loctite 242 on those threads, and then we're gonna go ahead and tighten this up. All right, so now we're gonna torque this bolt here to 73 foot-pounds. Go ahead and put the wheel back on. We're going to torque the lug nuts, lower the car down, and then I'm going to go inside the trunk and torque those other 2 bolts. And we're going to torque our lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds. We can lower the car down the rest of the way. You might be able to see that there's just a tiny gap right there. I had those pretty darn tight, and even though now that the car is all sitting on its own weight, it did pop up a little bit. So this is actually just a little bit loose. That's why you want to torque these top 2 with the car back on its own weight. Now we want to torque these 2 to 41 foot-pounds. All right, so over to the passenger side, we're going to do the same thing. Get these little push fasteners out of the way. Pull the carpet back. Get this wheel off. Get some PB blaster on this bolt. Remove these 2 nuts. Got the jack underneath right here. It's got just a tiny bit of pressure. Now we can just knock out this bolt. You just need to push or pry down a little bit and remove that old shock. And then once again, here's my pry bar setup. Just barely got to push on it and you can move this up and down wherever you need. And then once again, make sure that this pointed section is facing to you and the rounded side is towards the car. All right, now back in the trunk, all I'm going to do is just get these snug. All right, so now we can go ahead and put the wheel back on. And that's all there is to it, guys. This isn't really a hard job. It should take you maybe about an hour. Now, if you follow the steps in my video, it's kind of the safest, easiest way to do these on your own. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.